Here inside the W. Mason Coaches Report, Anders Jorstad, joined by the head coach of the Hofstra Pride men's lacrosse team, Seth Tierney. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Anders.
So your team coming off a pair of wins against NJIT and Georgetown. What do you think of those victories?
Yeah, I mean, the NJIT one coming off of certainly a short week and only a day and a half to prepare. I thought our guys did a good job focusing on the details there. Coming out first midweek game Tuesday night, and I thought they did a good job. Got off to a slow start, and then had a good middle portion of the game. A lot of guys got in, and they did a good job. So I was happy with that. We still made some mistakes, but you're never going to play 60 minutes of flawless lacrosse. And then right after the game, we talked about shifting it to Georgetown right away, handing out a little bit of a scout report. The coaching staff was ready, and so we just kind of got their frame of mind ready to go with the Hoyas. We haven't had much success with them over the last couple of years, and it was going to be a short week with obviously practice Wednesday, Thursday, and then get after the travel and practice down there on Friday.
So, Coach, we're sitting here. Your team is 4-0. Were you expecting this at this point to be here flawless?
Yeah, I mean, I think that you hope. You hope that your message gets delivered. You hope that your assistant coach's messages get delivered, and you just never know how things are going to play out. And we talked about it with our guys. With the way of technology today, guys are watching different games on their phone and getting updates, and it's unbelievable. From back in the day where sometimes you didn't find out till the next morning when the newspaper came. Now it's instantaneous, and so there's every game takes on a different life, and so we need to understand that. And we've had 4 good lives so far, and now we're heading down and playing against a team that is they're loaded with athletes, and they're long, they're athletic, they're confident, and we got our hands full. There's no getting around it.
Yeah, Josh Byrne already about halfway to his goal total from last year through just 4 games. What have you seen from him in that 7-goal performance as well?
Yeah, I mean, Josh has been wonderful. I don't like, I guess I don't like telling the story with points, because there's so much more that a person, or certainly Josh Byrne, brings to the table. We talked about the 7-goal or whatever he had during NJIT, and then he has no goals in the Georgetown game, and I think he played better in Georgetown. As people they might be looking at this video going, "What's wrong with this guy?" The way he handled it, he's a leader. He demands a lot of attention, and he got his other players and other teammates involved. And when that happens, when you're one of your better players can adjust like that, good things are going to happen.
I know earlier this season we were talking, you said you liked Kavanaugh more as a distributor, but he continues scoring for your team. What do you think about his offensive performance?
Yeah, no, he did a great job. I mean, the one thing that Brendan does really well is he plays well off the ball. He's a good dodger, and he can see things, and he wants to make plays. But he's got a certain desire when he doesn't have the ball to get the ball. And one of those plays where Dylan Olderman is dodging really hard left-handed, and Georgetown does a great job playing him. He rolls back to his right hand and hits Cavi inside, and Cavi throws one in the goal. It happens to be a big goal. I mean, again, when it's a 2-goal game, it really is a 1-goal game, and every goal counts. So we're picking apart the Georgetown game, and we did make some mistakes, and we have to fix those. And that'll be today. Today is as we always do. Monday is a Hofstra day, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will be for preparing for Carolina.
Yeah, one of the things that didn't really go as planned, I would assume, against Georgetown was the face-off battle. How does your team battle to get more possessions when you're not getting those face-offs?
Yeah, I mean, it puts a lot of ironically, the defensive coach, and Coach Unterstein, is also the face-off coach. So that he inspires the face-off, because the better we do at the face-off X, the less time we have to play defense, the better he looks, or the better the defense looks. So with that, it's all connected, and it's connected in a good way. Kyle got off to a rocky start, was jumping the whistle a little bit, and just couldn't relax. And at halftime, after we've been man down twice because of violations, Kyle, we looked at him right in the halftime room, and we just said, "Listen, you're going to take the first face-off." And I'm not sure he was shocked that we said that, but listen, we got to give them, a chance. And I think in the second half he did a much better job at the face-off. The wings did a better job, and we utilized Michael Altman a little bit at the pole, taking some face-offs, and him doing a good job of just mucking it up. And he's got a really good stick. So we fought through that one.
So your next game, you guys do play North Carolina. It's kind of a revenge game possibly for them. They were the national champs, but you guys beat them. Do you think they'll be looking for that revenge?
I think it's probably up on a bulletin board somewhere down there. Coach Bresci does a great job with his guys, and we went down there and we had some success last year, and they went on and to win a national championship and had this an unbelievable ending. We're going to have to be on our toes. We have to have a great week of practice, preparation. It's going to be in the details. We've got to see them play now a couple of times, or we'll get the chance to see them play a couple of times. And they played really well against Denver this past weekend. And you also got to look at the Hopkins game where maybe they didn't play as well, or they'd like to get that game back. So it's probably somewhere in the middle, but they have the potential to be an unbelievable team, and we got to make sure we're on our toes.
Does it help your guys' confidence knowing that they've already beaten this team once? And what does your team need to do to pick up a second win?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, yes, our university and the team last year won. This is a new team, so the wiring is different, the makeup is different, and we weren't 4-0 going into that game last year. So we need to continue to do what we're doing. We got to continue to grip it a little bit harder on the preparation, because each week people find out more and more about you and your team, so it gets harder and harder, and that's why there's only one team left at the end that's standing. Those guys have withstood all of those trials and tribulations.
He's Seth Tierney, the head coach of the Hofstra Pride men's lacrosse team. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Andrews.
And thank you for listening to the W Amazing Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com.